I'm live right now to talk about the New York Jets. I'm not even in my belt room right now. I'm in my bedroom. I'm in my bed. Thinking to myself, what happened? How did this season, with so much hope, get so bad? So today, some of you may know, most of you may not. I'm from the Bronx. Brought my beautiful family, my amazing son, who is 3 months old today, had his baptism. Brought him down to the Bronx. It was a great day. But then, in the restaurant, of course, my Jets were on, and I watched the Jets. This team is pathetic. I have been a fan, diehard fan, of the New York Jets my whole life. Literally my whole existence. Football is the sport that I love the most. But I don't get any enjoyment out of watching football. Not when you're a fan of this team. Not when you're a New York Jets fan. Each year is different, but it always comes down to the same thing. The Jets don't have a coach. The Jets don't have a quarterback. The Jets don't have this. The Jets don't have that. This year, going into the season, I, among many others, were big believers that the Jets had a phenomenal quarterback who was coming back from a torn Achilles, Hall of Fame quarterback Aaron Rodgers. I never believed in Coach Saleh, and I'll get to that topic in a moment. I thought we had the players. 2 weeks ago, Woody Johnson adds Devontae Adams. And I'm thinking, great. Maybe this will kickstart the season. Maybe this will be it. But before that, he fired Robert Saleh when they were 2-3. Now, Robert Saleh was 20-36. 20-36 as the Jets head coach. Now, I would have kept him as the coach for a little while longer this season. I would have gave him a slightly longer leash. Now, the Jets are 2-6 right now. If they were if they were 2-6 with Saleh, I would definitely have fired Saleh tonight. But 2-3, Woody made the move. Jeff Ulbrich, who was known as the Jets defensive coordinator, has no idea how to be the head coach of a football team. No idea. He has no idea what he's doing. Absolutely zero idea. They bring back Hassan Reddick. Though they bring in Hassan Reddick, Woody caves in and pays this guy. So I'll give Woody some credit. He's tried to add the players. He's tried to make changes. He doesn't know what he's doing, but he's tried to do it. He's tried something. None of it's worked. They've tried to appease Aaron Rodgers. They took away play calling duties from Nathaniel Hackett. Gave it to Downing. This team is so sad. I'm not going to scream. I'm not going to yell. I've done that already. I think to myself, when will the pain and suffering as a Jets fan end? And I realized it won't. All the hype, all the talk, oh, we got the retro logo back, we got new uniforms, we got this, we got that, we got Sauce, we got Garrett, Brees, all these guys. Players that you can build a foundation upon. Quinnen Williams. Quincy Williams, his brother, tremendous linebacker. What happened here? Woody Johnson fired Saleh, and it's only gotten worse. Somehow this team that was terrible to begin with, 2-3. I mean, when you lose to the Denver Broncos. Look, I was at MetLife Stadium when we beat the Patriots in week 3 on Thursday Night Football. That was the last time we won a game. I left that stadium with high hopes. I said, Rodgers looked good. He really did. He looked good. 5 straight losses. Let's start it out. Broncos, Vikings in London, the Bills on Monday night. So after the Vikings loss, he fired Saleh. And the following week, it was for first place. That's what we heard for that week. Well, if they win, they still first place if they win. They played the Bills on Monday Night Football. They should have won that game. The refs were an absolute disgrace, but the Jets choked as usual. 3. Last Sunday night, as I watched my Mets, my unbelievable Mets, what a great year for them. As I saw their season end last Sunday, I had Peacock on my MacBook, and I watched the Jets simultaneously against the Steelers. And I watched the Jets go up 15-6. I said, oh, man, Jets are going to steamroll the Steelers. They're a better team. They should. Think again. 4 losses in a row. Then today, we're going to baptize my beautiful son. So, looking on my phone here and there. And then when we get to the restaurant, the game is on. And I watch the second half. I can't believe what I'm watching. I can't believe, from what I understand, that Drake May got hurt, left the game, and here's this bum Jacoby Brissett throwing passes to receivers. I don't even know who they are. And Sauce is getting beat. DJ Reed's getting beat. The Jets are a disgrace. They're a disgrace off the field as well. Raising ticket prices for season ticket holders. I'm so glad I don't have season tickets anymore. MetLife Stadium sucks too. The concessions, the atmosphere, it all sucks. The traffic getting out of that fucking parking lot, another fucking disgrace. How do the New York Jets fix their problem? Well, they're 2-6. They're going nowhere. They're going to lose on Halloween this Thursday night on national TV again, this time to the Houston Texans. There's no way the Jets are beating the Houston Texans. I don't even know if the Jets are going to win another game the rest of the year. So, how did they fix this mess? They let Rodgers, along with all the players and all the coaches and everybody that he wanted around him, they let them play it out. You're under contract. Play it out. It's going to be miserable, but you have to wear it. I heard Francesa earlier say that the Jets have ruined Rodgers' legacy. Not necessarily. Rodgers, it was a collective. It was a collective one with that. Rodgers also ruined his legacy coming here on the decline, okay? Got hurt 4 plays in. Oh, my God, what are we going to do? They were better last year at this time with Zach Wilson. They were 4-4. Think about that. They were 4-4. Right now, they are 2-6 with no hope, no coach, a 40-year-old quarterback coming off an Achilles injury, no offensive line. Don't tell me Tyron Smith should be playing anymore. You got to play the rookie, Fashanu. Put him at left tackle. Vera Tucker hurt today. Big fucking deal. How many NFL teams deal with injuries week in and week out? Last week, we didn't have DJ Reed and Michael Carter in the secondary. You had him today. How'd that work out? Jacoby Brissett. The drive to end the game, it was a disgrace. And that bitch, that old pervert, Robert Kraft, celebrating in the owner box. Who's this guy? Joe Weather. Jet player, dirty height on Drake May. Need to get... Man, shut the fuck up. Nobody's talking to you, you fucking asshole. Anyway. All of a sudden, this team, 2-6, with no end in sight. I want to say a few things. I've been talking, but I'm going to say a few more things. I want to congratulate the New York Mets, and I want to thank them for giving me an amazing baseball season. Though it ended short last week, they made it to the NLCS. I got to go to an NLCS game. I got to experience it. Saw Otani hit a freaking blast. Never seen anybody hit a baseball that far ever attending a game live. That was unbelievable. And you know what? They gave me hope, and they were a likable team. There's nothing likable about this Jets team. I also want to thank the New York Knicks for being back and making the necessary moves and getting a guy like Karl Anthony Towns, as I believe the Knicks will dominate. And I look forward to being at a Knicks playoff game or two um, in the spring, God willing. Now, with that said, the Devils, still early in the season, they got their act together against the Ducks. Fair enough. Also, I look around and I look at the whole landscape. The Giants have also been terrible for a long time. Don't kid yourselves. Jets are ass, no Super Bowl. At least my quarterback won. TB12 got 7, Bill got 8, and you got 0, so shut the fuck up. Anyway, so the people on here are something else. Anybody else have something to say? Anybody reasonable? So here's what happened, okay? We have seen deplorable Jets teams before, but this team is unlikable. Hassan Reddick, Woody actually paid him. Try to give him incentives to earn all the money back that he was losing through fines and missing time and all that. Woody brought him back when we were 2-5. Well, now we're 2-6. We're stuck with a out of football shape Hassan Reddick. We have Davante Adams. In many ways, we have an all-star team, a team that you could put on Madden and play fairly well. At a time where the New York Giants have not even given New York anything, they're a disgrace as well. Somehow the Jets have better players and somehow find themselves being worse. Because they're the Jets. Now, they're the Jets mean? They're fucking cursed. They've always been cursed. Because there's no other way to explain the moves that this team has made. There's no other way to explain how, with these players, this is the record that the New York Jets have in 2024. For those of you that watch baseball, I think the Jets are in the territory of the Chicago White Sox. I think they're that bad. I think there's poison within the organization. I think it starts with the owner. I think it trickles down to this terrible general manager who has a 31 winning percentage. Can you imagine that? Don't even get me started on that guy. Could he have ever made a move for a kicker? Things would have been maybe slightly different. Maybe they would have had a couple more wins. Would have beat Denver. Would have beat New England again. At least a couple more. So, Jets fans, this is the end of our season. The New York Jets will not go anywhere. Instead, it's just dread and despair. Halloween awaits on Thursday Night Football, Amazon Prime. And what do? Sit back, eat Halloween candy, and watch the scariest movie of them all. The New York Jets trying their very hardest to play the game of football the right way. But it won't happen. I heard a lot about the darkness, whether it was Jeff Ulbrich mentioning it, whether it was Aaron Rodgers alluding to it. I have never felt so low as a New York Jets fan in my life, and that's saying something. I've watched the Giants win their Super Bowls in the same town. I've watched it. It hurt. I've watched so many bad losses. But ever since the Jets lost the AFC Championship game in January of 2011, they have not even sniffed the playoffs again. 13 years and counting, it looks like it will be 14 straight years of no playoffs. No playoffs. In a league that's full of parity. where they added extra teams to make it because they want to make more money with their TV and media rights deals. The New York Jets can't even get it right. They can't even get it right. Even with a Hall of Fame quarterback. Even with what I thought was a very solid defense. Even with what I thought was tremendous skill players. A la Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, Devontae Adams. Even the rookie running back, Braylon Allen, solid player. Xavier Gibson, he came on today for them. And I think to myself, wow, here we are. Again, talking about the New York Jets losing again. So what has to change? Where do the Jets go from here? I think it's pretty safe to say, let them ride it out, like I said. Let them wear it. Have egg all over their face the rest of the season. I think there's 9 games left. They deserve to just stand there, have egg all over their face. But when it's done and the dust settles, every single coach, front office member, and especially Aaron Rodgers, well, you're fired. You're done. Get out of here. Rebuild again. Get a real coach. Draft another quarterback that you'll make a bust. Rinse and repeat. It's all the New York Jets know how to do. Woody Johnson, I believe, means well. And I truly believe he's a good man who wants to win. When he fired Saleh, I didn't have a problem that he fired Saleh. But he fired him at the wrong time. He couldn't have fired him after being 2-3. And now putting all this responsibility on Obrick. It's a disgrace. We're the laughing stock of the league once again. And if the season ended today, which I wish it did, we would have the 4th overall pick. Go get a franchise quarterback. Let him sit for a year behind a real veteran like a Tyrod Taylor who's already on your roster. Start over. What else could you do? You've wasted the prime years of Sauce, of Garrett, of Breece. Wasted it. Got those guys in 2022. Next year will be 2025. Guys want to get paid. It's so sad. We have to sit through this shit. There's nothing in sports worse than being a New York Jets fan. Nothing worse. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. This is the last time I'm going to talk about the Jets. There's just nothing to say. It's the end of the season. Another year lost. For what? For what? And they made these moves while they were losing. Funniest thing is, before the trade deadline, they should unload all these guys. But they won't. They should unload Rodgers, Adams, Reddick, all these guys. I'd send them packing. And I'd punt on the rest of the fucking season. That's it. But instead, we have all these big name players. And guess what? We have nothing to show for it. A 2-6 record. Just like the Giants are the laughing stock as well, the Jets are more than a laughing stock. Because we actually have talented players. And we still can't win. The Giants have Daniel Jones. A bum. That guy shouldn't be playing quarterback in the NFL at all. Brian Dable shouldn't be a head coach in the NFL at all. Joe Shane, another joke. But somehow, the Jets had to say, hey, Giants, we're going to upstage you. We're going to be bigger clowns. We're going to assemble a tremendous roster, and we're not going to have the right coaching staff for them. We're not going to have the right preparation. And somehow, we're not going to have any leadership in our locker room. And we're not going to play like a team. That is what's plaguing the New York Jets in 2024. There is no leadership. There's no accountability. I'm sick of these stupid press conferences. There's nothing. All there is misery. Jets. 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 Damn you, Jets.